A hearty good morning to all. From our new Oxford Modern English course book, in page number 87, we have lesson 6, The Ant Lion. Students, before inaugurating the story, let us talk about the author. The author of The Ant Lion is Judith Wright. Judith Wright was one of the Australians' best known poets. Apart from several volumes of poems, she has also written a number of books for children and a book of short stories, The Nature of Love, which was published in 1966. The Ant Lion is taken from this book of short stories. Judith Wright was born on 31st May 1915 in Armdale, New South Wales, Australia, and died on 25th June 2000 at the age of 85 in Canberra, Australian Capital Territory, Australia. The full name of Judith Wright is Judith Arundel Wright. The setting of the story is primarily Queensland, and the story made its first entry in the bulletin like all the other stories in The Nature of Love. Now, let's talk about the characters. The story, The Ant Lion, has 6 characters. Number 1, Movina, who is Mac's sister. Number 2, Max, who is Movina's elder brother. Number 3, the Ant Lion, who is a hunter. Number 4, a little ant, who is the prey. Number 5, a meat ant, who is the another prey. And number 6, Harry, who is Mac's friend. After the characters, let's talk about the story, The Ant Lion. The story, The Ant Lion, gives its reader a wonderful analysis of an insight into child psychology. The Ant Lion is a very interesting Australian short story about 2 children's fascination with a little creature about a quarter of an inch long, whose principal occupation, as the name suggests, is the trapping of ants. It chooses a patch of soft sand on which to build the trap and then buries itself in it. By maneuvering underneath the sand, the ant lion forms an imitation anthill with a hole through the center. When the ant passes across the hill, the sand slips beneath its feet, and the more it struggles, the deeper it goes, until the ant lion feels the pang of hunger, which prompts it to reach through the sand and make sure of its prey. So, in this story, we will watch the skill of the ant lion along with the 2 Australian children. The story is full of fantastic detailed description that places us with the 2 children. It is almost as if we are watching the ant lion's attacks ourselves. Students, let's talk about the ant lions. The ant lions are a group of about 2000 species of insect in the Neuropteran family, known for the fiercely predatory habits of the larvae, which dig pits to trap passing ants or other prey. The adult ant lions are less well known due to their relatively short lifespans compared to the larvae. Adults mostly fly at dusk or after dark and may be mistakenly identified as dragonflies or damselflies. They are sometimes known as ant lion lacewings. In North America, the larvae are sometimes referred to as doodlebugs because of the strange marks they leave in the sand. The larva digs a pit, a cone-shaped depression, roughly 2 or 3 inches in diameter in loose sand by flinging up tiny portions of the material with its oversized head. Then the ant lion waits at the bottom of the pit, almost completely buried except its jaws. When an ant wanders by and crosses the edge of the depression, grains of sand starts flowing downhill, carrying the ant along. If the ant tries to scurry back up and out, it's likely that the sand will be too loose to offer secure footing and the ant will inexorably slide down to the bottom. When it reaches the waiting ant lion, there's a quick flurry of movement, some flying sand and then stillness as the ant lion consumes its prey. This is how we can say that an ant lion is a skillful hunter. After learning about the ant lion, let's step into the lesson. Welcome back to the story, The Ant Lion, authorized by Judith Wright. In this story, Movina and Max had just arrived at a sandy spot where the antlion had built a trap. They viewed an ant who was struggling to come out of the trap created by the antlion. For this only, Movina tells us that the ant who had fallen, it could not get out from the trap. So, what did she do? She had a twig, and with that twig, she tried to push the ant up from the shifting sand slope of the pit. Means, she wanted to save the ant from falling down into the pit or the trap created by the antlion. On the other hand, Max blew the sand and the ant fell back to the pit bottom. So, it was clear that Movina tried to save the ant and Max didn't. When the ant had already fallen down into the pit with a hard blow, it seemed impossible to climb up the sliding sand. Now what happened? The next moment, the little furry of Jaws burst out at it, seized it and vanished. The poor ant was caught up by the antlion. It became the prey of the antlion. Now, seeing such scene in front of their eyes, Movina and Max looked at each other as if they were the guilty one who had pushed the ant into the mouth of death. Like this, the antlion was fed 3 little ants by the children. So, Max wondered how many ants the antlion would kill. He decided to get a meat ant and see what the antlion does with it. But Movina didn't agree with the plan of Max. She wanted to stop him from doing so. She shouted at Max that if he will do such a job, she would kill the antlion. Here, Max had determined to feed the antlion a meat ant. So, he went across holding its twig in search of a meat ant. At last, he got a red one. You know, red meat ant could bite. Now, when Max had got a red meat ant, he told Movina that he was going to put it in the trap. And then he shook the twig hard over the little pit. The meat ant looked big and strong and wildly pulling down the sand of the slope to escape. As it was strong, it seemed that it would overcome. But the struggle of this meat ant informed the antlion. It crouched at the pit bottom waiting for the ant to slide down. But you know, this ant was bigger than the antlion. So Max was interested watching the sport. The meat ant was puzzled at the sand because as it used its strength, it was slipping down and down. At any rate, it gathered its strength and made a rush at the slope. Now, seeing the effort made by the meat ant, Movina was excited. She said that the meat ant is a good ant. But Max, what did he do? He pushed the meat ant with his twig and down went the meat ant to the bottom of the pit. The second attempt was started by the meat ant and it began to struggle up against the slope. Now, when the meat ant had made its second attempt, the antlion moved quickly, began to jerk its head, which seemed like a heavy tool. Then what happened? Sand flew up hindering the big meat ant, setting the walk sliding down. This was the scene that Max enjoyed. The meat ant slipped and became tired by its continuous efforts. Then also, its leg kept on working wildly. It was trying to save its life from the antlion, but till then, the antlion has seized the meat ant by one leg. Its tool jaws had hung on the poor meat ant's leg. Same like the jaws of a dingo. Means an Australian wild dog harasses a sheep. The meat ant tried and tried, used its endless strength, but all in vain. It could find nothing to grip. Movina thought she should save it, because in the meantime she remembered her mother saying that we should not be cruel to the animals. But here she too wanted to enjoy the scene. Then what happened? The meat ant grew weaker and weaker. The ant lion came to know this and left the poor meat ant's leg and attacked the meat ant's body, seizing it by the abdomen. Now there was a wild game in the pit. After that, there was a complete silence. It was a noontime. A wagtail hopped on the fence and the other ants ran about for their business. While the creek made its endless liquid noise over the rocks, the two children, Movina and Max, saw that the ant lion and its victim sank into the sand, and the pit was still and innocent. Movina asked Max if he would put in another ant in the pit. Then she asked whether Max was going to bring Harry to show the pit. Max replied no, he would not do so, and then they ran by the creek bank exhausted. At last, Movina asked Max what would they do the next. And like this, our lesson, The Ant Lion, came to the end. Thank you.